Do feral cats purr like domestic cats? Unleashing the truth. Do you have a feral cat on your hands and are puzzled by her lack of interaction and reluctance to display conventional cat behaviors like purring? Or perhaps you encountered one on the streets and have a deep urge to gather the little fur ball under your wing. Either way, you are probably curious to know more about feral cats and how they are different from domestic ones. Well, one thing you should know is that feral cats tend to purr a lot less than house cats. This stems largely due to the fact they have very minimal to negligible social contact and develop poor communication skills. In this article, we'll dive into the world of feral cats and explore whether or not they purr. Get ready to be amazed and educated on these fascinating felines. Let's get started. Difference in purring between domestic cats and wild cats. People often tend to group feral and stray cats in the same brackets, but there are very noticeable differences between the two types of cats. Feral cats are wanderers of the wild. Since birth, they have nearly negligible human and friendly contact. This makes it very difficult and challenging for them to socialize. You would also find that their behavior patterns differ from those of domestic and even stray cats. While domestic cats have an average lifespan of up to 2 decades, while wild cats live up to only 2 to 3 years. This is because the lack of hygiene, proper nutrition, shelter, and vaccination makes it very hard for feral cats to survive heartily. Due to the lack of contact with humans, they can be very skeptical and apprehensive of humans advancing toward them. However, with time, they will learn to accept food and water. They do not respond well to sudden movement and will likely startle if you start petting or stroking them. Kim Kelly, founder and president of C.A.T.S, says, "Cats are not born feral. It is a learned trait. The longer the cat goes without human interaction, the longer it takes to socialize them. Usually, they both at the first sight or sound of humans. Adopting a feral cat is a long and challenging process, but also immensely rewarding. You will find that a feral cat will purr and meow a lot less compared to domestic cats. This is because they haven't properly developed the skills of expression and socialization. They are much less vocal than house cats. Why do feral cats not purr? Like most house cats, feral cats also purr. However, they do it almost sparsely compared to their domestic counterparts. Feral cats tend to live far away from human civilization and stay in close-knit cat colonies. Experts believe that wild cats prefer to not purr due to survival and evolutionary purposes. Feral mothers discourage their kittens from purring to avoid luring in predators. Domestic kittens develop the mechanism of purring to communicate with their mother or siblings. When they enter adulthood, they use it to express and convey their feelings to their human parents. However, feral cats avoid interacting with humans and therefore do not deem purring as a necessary vocal feature. They do not wish to catch the attention of humans. This behavior can change with time and the environment. Feral cats can be heard purring at a person who has been feeding them consistently for a long time. This happens in exceptional cases. Most often, they tend to shy away from human involvement. Feral cats who have been adopted into homes of high socioeconomic status, where they are provided nourishment adequately and are recipients of love and care, do undergo major changes. They grow comfortable with affection and also gradually start communicating with their human parents. This also increases their vocal characteristics, and they might start purring and meowing more often than they were earlier used to. However, this process is very time-consuming and should be brought about with meticulous care and patience. Ensure that you don't rush your feral cat and start introducing her to social behaviors at a pace that she is comfortable with.